So we are getting on YouTube. Just a second. So can we start the introducing ourselves? Lara, can you start?
For sure. Hello, everybody. I'm Lara Rodriguez. I'm 16 years old. I'm a field hockey player for SESI, and recently I've been called to represent Brazil in the Brazilian selection. I'm a chemistry student for a Tech Presidente Vargas, and I'm the second year. I have two sisters, three cats, and I live with my parents. I speak English, Portuguese, French, and I'm starting to learn German or Spanish. I love books. I already read 45, and that's it.
Very nice. So how old are you again?
16.
16. I'm 18. I study language French. Oh, I study English, French, and German too. That's
Good. I love it.
amazing. So hi, Jean, John, if I can say it.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. How are you today?
I'm good. I'm a little hungry, but I can wait.
You are new here? Are you new here?
No, I think I'm in Talk since last year's, I guess, but I was taking a break.
Ah, okay. So I'm replacing someone today. Okay, this is not my immersion, but it will be just right next this one at 9 a.m. So if you guys want to be there, you are very welcome. So John, can you introduce yourself for us?
Sure. Well, good morning, everyone. My name is Jean, but you can call me John, Jean, or Jean, depends your accent. I will respond for every way you call me. I'm from Ribeirão Preto. I am a product designer for, I think, 12 years, I guess. And I live here with my wife and our dog. Um, in my free time, I enjoy to go to the movies or just watch some series at my house, at home. And as you saw before, I love to drink coffee.
Very nice. I love coffee too. And you, Ricardo, what can you say about you?
Well, my name is Ricardo. I'm I'm married. I have a daughter. I have two little pets. My little friends, Kinji and Pudding. They are cats. Uh, well, I love watching movies, TV shows, hang out with my friends, family, dancing too. But I don't have so much opportunities because I prefer a music style, and nowadays it's harder to listen. And well, I'm here again to try learn English.
Very good. Very nice, guys. So, first of all, if Lara and Ricardo want to turn on the camera, I would love to see your faces, and so we can enjoy all this moment together. Okay. And now let me explain a little bit about it. This is not a class. I'm not a teacher, so
Sure.
I'm not gonna teach you anything, but you guys are gonna learn a lot from here, from this conversation. Okay.
I'm not sure, but I listen clearly. Lara and Gian, but you, Mel, is a little low for me. I'm not sure if it's possible to raise a little bit. Well, that's not, don't worry. I can understand, but I face
And now,
some problems.
did it change? Did it change
Yeah,
anything?
it's a little better for me.
Okay.
I'm not
Uh,
sure. Maybe it could be so just in my case, but
Yeah, what
Probably
about you,
Jan
Jean?
and the Lara listen
Yeah.
well.
It's really low actually. We can hear you, but it's like you're talking low that way.
Okay, so you guys are hearing me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can hear everybody very
Okay.
well.
great.
So guys, I'm not a teacher. I'm not gonna teach you anything, but you guys are gonna learn a lot. Okay. If we can start, John, can you read the first question and answer, please?
Sure. How has the COVID-19 pandemic changed our approach to health and wellness? It depends on the people. Sometimes it doesn't change to health and wellness, but let's give it a try. Um, I think in this case, health and wellness could be like it's more healthy food because when we also was on a pandemic, it's impossible to just get out and exercise and just some exercise. So maybe after that, we realize that we are not made to stay at home all day for 1 year almost. Um, but I don't know because for me, I need to, but it doesn't change any much my health and wellness. I'm trying to go to the gym again. I think for the first uh, I don't know. I lost the count how many times I start to go to the gym again and again and again. So this is just another one. So, but it wasn't about COVID-19. So I don't know how exactly or if this impact my mind or my thoughts about a better approach to health and wellness. So yeah, I think it's more like I need this in it's not too much related to COVID-19. So it's I'm guessing.
Okay, so it didn't change much, you'd say, in your case.
Yeah, I'm still the same. Just trying to improve right now, but I don't know how many months we are out from COVID. Is there months
Can
aware
check.
already? I don't know. So yes, it's just still the same for me.
Okay. What about you, Lara?
I think that our concept of health and wellness changed a lot. After the pandemic, we start to concentrate more about our health, our wellness. People started to go to the gym more. I think there's in the 2022, 2020, started of 2023, there was a lot of persons, a lot of people on the gym because there's a peak, and now the thing is the running. But I think that people are obsessed with the health of their wellness. They we see people dying, you know, the risk people that doesn't train or doesn't practice have the most worst of the pandemic. And I think after that we started to care more about it. I eat healthy food to try to not be exposed to sick and illness. I think that's it.
Okay. I think it has changed, has had, I don't know. It changed in a few people because it it was a massive thing. It affected everybody. So many people who I don't know who didn't take care of their health healthiness, I don't know, wellness, um started to do that after because they saw maybe how easy it is to to be vulnerable, to I don't know, to have to go through many other things just like COVID-19. So they started paying more attention to their healthy, but also there were moments, there were people that just didn't care and just because they couldn't go out, couldn't go out. Yeah, that's the word. They just ate and just didn't do exercise too. So I think there were these two kind of people basically. Of course, other kinds, but most these the people who started to take care of themselves and the people who just gave up, I'd say, in at eating a lot and stopped doing exercises just because they could be at home all day and watch, I don't know, anything. And you, Ricardo, how do you see it?
Uh, well, uh, well, the COVID-19 pandemic performed a lot of changes during this process, huh? But after the end of the pandemic, I believe that when I talk about health, for example, during the pandemic, the people used to wash their hands, and nowadays, I believe that they come back to the time that before the pandemic started. I believe that the maybe a little portion of the population assume this behavior, what mean wash the hands constantly, frequently. But well, I don't know. In my opinion, I don't look at a resource or something, but it's just a sensation. I believe I notice when I in my family, in my friends, the people don't wash their hands. And it's a simple gesture, but well, cause a lot of improvements in when I talk about contamination or another stuff. Well, a couple of weeks ago, I went to the hospital with my daughter and I use mask. I thought, well, it's not exactly a big problem. What's mean? Well, it's use mask is not exactly so disturbed. It's I thought, well, I use the a mask because it's better for me and my wife and the other people too. Because I I thought certainly a lot of people uh, is not using masks, and so in this case probably is uh, a good behavior. When we talk about Asia and some countries, Oriental countries like Japan, Korea, South Korea, is common. Masks is part of the culture before the pandemic, but uh, for us, I don't know. It's harder for us because it's hot in our country. But well, in certain circumstances, it's better to use masks. And well, when talk about another stuffs, is a pandemic caused a lot of change. For example, nowadays it's a lot of jobs. It's possible to use the remote mode, but the people don't use just I don't know some afraid some problem, but after the pandemic persists, some jobs continue using this kind of job. That's it. I'm sorry, I talk a lot.
No, no problem. We are here to talk. We here don't judge anyone. We just express ourselves the best way we can. Okay. So what you said was a really good point. Like I don't know how to say it, a word, but our concepts had, I don't know, changed, because when we if we used if we wore masks before the pandemic, it was something, I don't know, we could see them, the person who was wearing it, just like a, I don't know, a different person. I'm not gonna be around them. I don't know, but after this has changed. If we see someone now with a mask on, maybe we just don't care too much about it, you know. And also the alcohol, I don't know how to say, but um it changed too, because we use it until now, until these days, and it's good for our um hygiene, I don't know. So that's what Ricardo said. Very good. So Ricardo, can you read and answer the next question, number 2?
Okay. How do you balance work and the personal life to maintain good mental health? Well, it's a real challenge. No? That's weird, no? Because there are two situations. No? For example, uh, there is some jobs and the guys invest uh, to change the environment and let the environment better, healthier. But sometimes it's something about different situations for inside of us, because there are some people, doesn't matter if the environment is good, but the people continue don't feel well. But certainly it's much better if all the companies invest in the try to let the environment the better, and it's not so hard, and it's not necessary invest a lot of money a lot the most part of the time. uh, for example, it's possible to implement uh, no violence communication, uh, try to, well, pay attention in the relationship between the boss and the employees, and the, well, sometimes create a good environment could be, for example, a party, not exactly a big party, but some, for example, oh, nowadays we are passing in the June times, June party times. So maybe change the decorating, the other stuff. Is a little thing. It's not so expensive, and this kind of situation could cause uh, good reflex. So, in my opinion, is important. Uh, Sometimes it's not so effective, I confess, but uh, I believe that is uh, wonderful when the company pay attention this topic and try. That's the key word is try. Try to let the environment better. It's one just trying is a wonderful tool. Uh, in my opinion, that's it.
Very nice. Well, I'd say it's what Ricardo said is a good example to try to be good, to keep a good life at work and a personal life, because when we, I don't know, sometimes the work took too much, take too much from us. We just can't take care of our personal life, so we let a lot of things just be, and don't care about many things in personal life. You're healthy. I don't know. So yeah, if we had better works jobs and with good structures, just like Ricardo said, I don't know, maybe just doing a few changes, celebrating goals that they achieved. I don't know, maybe this kind of thing could be much better for the the people in general, for people in general, and they could be have more personal life in a better personal life, I'd say. And you, Lara, what's your point?
For personal, I think it's a little hard. Being an athlete means that my whole lifestyle is it's connected with work and personal life. For example, I can eat everything. Like, I want to eat chocolate every day. No, I can't. You know, I can sleep too late or too late for until midday. There's some points that connected my work life with my personal. And the thing to maintain a good mental health, I think I do, is to know what I'm doing and why I'm doing and have my parents' support. For example, when I'm feeling not very motivated or I'm feeling a little tired, my parents always are there with me to cheer me up. And I'm very, very great to have that.
Very nice. So the support, do you think it's important, uh,
Of course,
so much important, right?
we can we can live our life just by ourselves, but we need someone, you know, to give a hug or to give a compliment or to be there with you, you know.
Yeah, I agree with you. That's a good point too. And you, John, how do you balance it? I think you're on mute.
Sorry. It was a long time that I forgot to press this button because I do a lot of meetings and it's a mechanical moving to me. So sorry for
It
that.
happens.
Um, I think nowadays I'm facing some problem about that because I'm working a lot. So sometimes difficult to divide your life from your work, mostly because I love what I do. So what I'm working on. So sometimes I have this kind of difficulty to split things out. So okay, now it's time to rest, now it's time to work, and so on. And it's not easy to put boundaries in this in your life, at least for me, because when the more are you doing, more your boss want you to do. So sometimes you need to put some boundaries in this relationship. So I say try to stop working at the same time and realize that you aren't your work or just a person. You need just a time to rest and don't overestimate it, the uh, feeling or of rest or something, because it's really important to us to take some rest, take some breath, and start again. Um, Learn how to rest and don't stop, don't give up. So it's different. So you could rest, but you don't exactly need to give up. So there's a huge difference between these two topics. Um, but yeah, but in general, for me, it's not easy to okay. Uh, let's apply some work and life balance. So sometimes I have a lot to do in the day is just for 24 hours, and sometimes I confess I work it late at night. So yeah, right now, at least these 2 last months, I not the most qualified person to say about this stuff. So yeah, I'm kind of a workaholic too. So yeah, I'm trying to improve this and to make better decisions.
And what do you do for a living?
I am a product designer for company from Miami. So yeah, there's some cultural difference between working for a Brazilian team than I don't know, US based team. So, but I
No.
think that it depends of the company. You know, I have friends that works from companies from Nova York, for example, to New York, and their work-life balance is really higher than mine. So, I think it depends. So, I'm just trying to organize my thoughts and move on.
Okay. That's nice to know. And you, Lara, can you read and answer the next question?
Of course. What are the long-term benefits of maintaining a regular exercise routine? Um, there's a lot of long-term benefits like a healthful life on old age. For example, you can play with your granddaughters or grandsons, and your health, you feel better. You don't get on a couch and just be there waiting for the death. The benefit, mental actually too, and your body change, your mentality change, your lifestyle may change. Because if you do a regular exercise routine, you aren't going to have a bad habit eating. Because if you do the exercise, when you're eating, for oh God, I just practiced and I'm gonna screw up with everything by doing this. So with one action, you can change some habits that you have in your life. And I think that's very, very good.
Very nice what you said about doing one thing and then when doing another thing, you just think about the first thing, and you don't want to screw that up. So you
Yes.
do better choices, make better choices. Very good. And you, John, what do you say about it?
Now remember to unmute myself. Well, long-term benefits maintaining a regular exercise. So yeah, first I think we need to stay strong with body and mind, because it doesn't work very well if you are just if your body are really strong, then your mind are weak. So you need to put these two things in your life and exercise regularly and exercise your mind as well regularly. So, but the body's in order to have a strong mind, a sharp mind, you need to have a strong body that can carry on, that can help you to move on, because otherwise you will be tired and you are facing lack of concentration and a lot of other things. So I think it's really important to stay healthy and practice some regular activities and some exercise. Uh, if it what's outside, at least for me, is better. And yeah, I think you need this regular exercise to in order to keep your mind sharp and clear. So doesn't need to be much, just like a walk. There's studies that can prove that just a walk for 30 minutes is help us, a lot in your brain activities. So just some basic stuffs sometimes could be uh, enough to stay healthy with something. And then we'll start to practicing some exercise in a row. Uh, it is possible that you change some habits, like eat more healthy, for example. So like we said before, come on, I just walk for 30 minutes all the week, and now I'm just screw things up with I don't know, a McDonald's or something. I need to compensate my effort in don't do this thing. So yeah, it's possible that you start to bring some more healthy habits to the table. So yeah, for me, all these benefits could start with some regular exercise. So the tricky one is just to apply consistent, because even we are habit persons, sometimes we struggle with keep the things going and going and going, because the daily basis change a lot, and we are trying to apply some habit, and sometimes the environment push you out. And I think the tricky one for me is just try to be consistent. That's the difficult part for me.
Yeah. And what you both said about like doing one thing and it starts to develop to other things, just like taking a walk. You're it's good for your body, this kind of how can I say health, and then for the brain too. It helps both at the same time. So it's really good to keep a balance and to work to I don't know to exercise both of them, your body and your brain. So that's very good, and so it can help us to reflect about it, right? Thinking about this all of these things and solutions can help us a lot. And what do you think about it, Ricardo? Ricardo, are you there?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I work with technologies and study technology since I was a child, but unfortunately, I don't learn how to turn on the mic because all the time I forgot. I don't know. I forget. Uh, it's a very hard topic uh, because, well, for someone, it's the guys do all of the things, all of the good stuffs, and they can't reach the good, uh, how do you say, uh, well, I, they could reach the, how do you say, the good health, mental health. But the most part of the people don't do the right things, the recommendations. One of them is regular exercise. Doesn't matter if you have or not mental problems, uh, emotional problems. Unfortunately, I hate, but unfortunately, it's necessary. Yeah, I use it to practice frequently. I don't know, 3 to 5 times a week. Normally, I I I don't know. I use it to go every day, but well, yes, necessary. It sound like drink water or eat. It's necessary because our body is not prepared to keep, how do you say, no movement. It's necessary keep in track, do all of the things necessary to maintain our good mental and body health. So in this case, associate this thing with another situations, for example, hobbies or spirituality. Uh, this kind of situations could let our life better. That's it.
Very nice. That's true, I'd say. And Laura, can you read and answer the next one? The next question?
The fourth.
Yeah.
Okay. So, how was the rise of telemedicine change your approach to healthcare? What is telemedicine?
Telemedicina. It's basically. But I don't really know what's telemedicine, but just a kind of medicine, maybe.
Okay,
Anyone can
so
help us?
oh,
Yeah, it's when you talk to a doctor using your phone or your computer. It doesn't have to
oh,
be presential, just
oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
online appointment, doctor appointment, or something related.
Oh, thank you. So, based on that, I think that we have more access for with our self-care and our consult. For example, after the internet, after the EAD, our lives, we need to go out, we need to think about, oh, I need to go with there in this time, I need to let the dinner prepare, to tell my mother that I'm going to do it, or my mother have to be there with me. And I think the telemedicine helps a lot with that because you can do it by your house. You can have a consult, talk about your healthcare in your house when you feel more comfortable, when you can be with our your clothes you like. You don't need to go out. So I think it's better. I think it has changed for the better.
Yeah, I'd say it helps too. Um, and also, but that's not, I'd say, 100%. That can be 100% of the appointment, I'd say, because we have to sometimes to make some make I don't know, some exams, some, I don't know, to take a medicine, and all of that, so it can be um made, done, done, I don't know, by on just on the internet, you know. Of course we can buy some medicines on the internet, but this contact in person with a doctor, I think it's important to, and more like, if it's an emergency where we can't just, I don't know, it can be good at the first time, like in emergency, but then we have to have a doctor to examine the patient, I don't know, and to see what is happening, what they can do to take medicine and drugs. They are drugs, so all of this kind of thing. But yeah, but in the majority of time, it's still in person, I'd say. And you're John.
Well, it doesn't change any much my approach. It could be changed for someone, but doesn't change my approach because I still going to the doctor presential and in person. So I really care about this because I don't know if you guys have some weird experience going to the doctor, but sometimes you go to the doctor and they just look at you and write something in the paper and send you out. So it's like a 2 or 3, 5 minutes. So I think this could not be good when you trying to take some telemedicine because you face some lack of contact, like lack of person. You are, I don't know. It's for me it's just weird, you know. So I prefer to go to the doctors by myself in person. I I prefer this. So I don't know exactly. So in my case, it doesn't change very much. So just another thought that work from home jobs are missing out on the market. So there's a higher power pushing us to go to presential again, to to the office, to the towers and something. So I think the telemedicine here is like the opposite. They're trying to put power in the opposite way. So could be wrong or people could engage or something because there's a technology barrier. So you need to how to know to use your phone or computer in order to take a doctor's appointment in this case. So just about this stuff, you couldn't have at least the population who use this channel. So yeah, it could help someone in some way. It depends on the context, but at least not for me. I just didn't change my approach very much. I was still going to the doctors, and sometimes there's another tricky one, that's the platform that the business, the company provides to you is not well built. So you try to connect, and your connection's gone, then the company software doesn't work very well. So there's this another situation going on to this, in this case of telemedicine. So yeah.
Yeah, what you said about many people can't do that because they are, for example, old people that they don't know much about technology and they don't know how to use the smartphone, the phone, and that's a good point about not being, I don't know, including, you know, being able to serve everybody. That's a really good point. And you, Ricardo?
Well, uh, it's, I believe that nowadays it's, of course, a weird situation. Not nowadays, recently, né? The doctors, I don't know, don't pay attention in some cases, né? For example, I went to hospital with my daughter, and my daughter have problems in her throat, huh? And the doctor don't look at the throat. So I went out of the room, and because uh, I don't know, I have to, she had to do some exam or something, I don't know. And I request to my daughter, I don't know, maybe I don't pay real attention in the request. Daughter, the doctor saw your throat? No. Yeah, that's weird. And like, when I come back to the room, I try to confirm, and I tell, it's necessary to check the throat? No, it's not necessary. So I don't know, because it's depends on situations necessary, for example, to to just provide uh, painkillers, and in other situations necessary to apply, how do you say, well, I'm not sure how do you say antibiotic in English. So is, so in this case, in some cases telemedicine is not, how do you say, it's okay, because when I go to the doctor physically, sometimes there are some cases where the doctors don't really, how do you say, pay attention on in the simple circumstance. So in this case, I believe that, but really, when we talk about the real doctors, in some cases, it's not possible to do some things when we talk about telemedicine. Maybe in the future, because I don't know, the guy could install a new application on cell phone or other stuffs. Is possible, for example, listen to the heartbeat or other stuffs. And when we talk about, for example, therapy is useful because it's possible. For example, use, because nowadays it's hard sometimes, because, for example, it's not possible to schedule a consult, because don't have enough time, So in this case, telemedicine is wonderful for some cases. That's it.
Very nice. And I've been thinking about something. I've I didn't have any like virtual appointment with a doctor like that, but I'm
Mm.
thinking about a situation that happens to a close person, and it was like the person started feeling something was bad, and they just went to the doctor, yeah, to the hospital, to see what that could be, and that was bad, I'd say. That was really bad. But she thought there was something like okay to treat, to take medicines, and that's okay. That's done. But then there they found out something like worse, something really bad, and they and that wouldn't be possible just by using the internet, you know. There they could take more exams, so they could find out what that was and try um, to change the situation to a good situation. And so I've been thinking about it, that it isn't possible on the internet having the telemedicine to find more things about the patient, more than what they are saying they have something bad. So that's another situation that we can and should take care of, I'd say. But that's how it is, and sometimes we have to adapt ourselves to the new things that comes, and we if we don't adapt ourselves, we just stop in time, we don't get at atualizado, get the new informations and things. So sometimes, even though we don't like it very much, we're we're supposed to do that. We should do that. We do that then. All right, guys. So here we are in the last 10 minutes. I want to ask you guys, what did you guys learn today? Because it was a really deep theme, I'd say. It talks about healthy and, I don't know, disease and all this kind of thing. So I want to know, what did you learn today, John, to start?
Now, I learned that I need to improve my work-life balance because I'm losing control. Sorry for that. So, but it's a thing that I was working on because I have conscience that I need to improve this and make better decisions what about my health and my family and this kind of thing. So um, let me try something different. I realized that telemedicine is not for me, at least not at once. I prefer going to the doctor by myself in person. And it could be a helpful thought when you remember to pay attention in your the way you are working on, if you are eating health health food, making regular exercise. Sometimes it's nice when you just some even different or random topics remember you the basics, because we are so far from the basics right now that we are very preoccupied, very worried about a lot of things that something just uh, bring you back to the baseline and remember, okay, you need to stay healthy, you need to get out and exercise, you need your work-life balance because otherwise you will broke yourself in a short term. So yeah, that's this is a nice remember.
Very nice, very nice. What about you, Ricardo? What did you learn today?
Well, I, I believe that it's important the topic and it's necessary discuss about it, because yeah, sometimes other person have a different perspective, different view, and could help us. Could you provide some tips? So in this case, in my opinion, it's unfortunately is we don't discuss really well this topic because, for example, when we talk about pandemic, is it's over. So it sounded like the pandemic never exists. So I believe it's necessary maintain this topic on our minds, continue discuss because well, is a some situation that could occur again in the future. So, and I'm not sure if this situation occurs again, particularly in Brazil, if we are really prepared. So, if you, for example, is nowadays there are dengue vaccine, so but it don't apply for all of the people. So, and the I'm not sure, but well, cause a lot of disturbance, dengue, including deaf people. So in this case, I believe that is necessary discuss much more in health in general, not as a specific pandemic. Thanks a lot for your topic.
Yeah, that's really good. And what you said about dengue, it's a really good thing to mention. It's not a good thing, but to mention here, because there will always be new, I don't know, virus, disease, this kind of thing. So we should always be taking care of ourselves, as you said. So, and of people around you. So with children, with parents that are older than us, um, and all of the other people, I'd say, not just for us. So thank you very much for your participation. And what about you, Lara?
I've learned what is telemedicine. I didn't know what is it. It's nice to talk about health and wellness. It's a very important topic. For me as an athlete, we discuss a lot with my coach, with my team. So and talk with in English. It's very good. Can because I can practice if there's an opportunity to go to an exchange team. It's very important to know how to talk about this. Not very common discussed topics in English. So thank you. I really like.
Yeah, if you wanna travel because you speak many languages, then maybe you wanna travel to other countries. That's a
I
good
want.
point to study about this topic and things because it's really worth it.
Yeah.
So thank you guys very much. Here on the chat, I just put the survey link. There you can send a comment or a suggestion for another topic. You can say how was this immersion and maybe to suggest any other theme that you guys want to talk about. That's a good point to see that you guys are liking and wanting more from it. Many other topics, okay? So thank you very much for your presence here today, and see you anytime. If you guys wanna just schedule my immersion just right now, that's okay too. You guys are very welcome.